Hello, everybody. We're in the dark and we're waiting for people to get on. We're in the dark. We're in the dark, and I'm not going to tell you why till in a minute. Hello, everybody. It is Olivia, and this is Live Live in the Dark. It's Live Live in the Dark. It's the first ever Live Live in the Dark. Okay, so if you're brand new, I'll explain this in a minute. If you're brand new, Live Live is a midweek coaching session, a midweek, just a couple minutes of motivation to get you to the end of the week with a new challenging thought, a new great moment or idea that you have in your time with us that makes you think about something a little different. Um, I've lost count of how many we've done at this point. I think it's like 8 or 9, 10, something like that. But I've had so much fun on the journey with you all, and I want to say thank you if you've been joining for a while. Thank you so much for joining, and continuing to show up just as you are. And I want to create a space where we can just unwind on a Wednesday night. Bring a drink if you want to. Bring your puppies if you want to. Kick back and let's just have a couple minutes to reflect and hang out. So here's the deal with the dark right now. Okay, the event is called Bright Spots. The Bright Spots, and it's really interesting to me what happened this week, and I'll tell you why. But what actually went down a couple nights ago is I was, as you all know, I had kind of a tough week last week. And here's the deal: I just want to keep it real with you all and show up exactly as I am. And some of you reached out and were concerned and everything. Y'all, I'm good. Just just life happens, and we're just keeping it real on here. And but I was having a rough week last week. A lot happened. And so I'm just sitting in my living room and I'm staring at my Christmas tree. Anybody else staring at their Christmas tree randomly? Yeah, okay, that's totally me. I'm like a surprised child that's never seen a. Caroline says, "Am I about to tell a ghost story?" Yes, I am. So I am staring at this Christmas tree and I am looking into the lights and how pretty they are, even though some of our lights are like out on like half the tree. It looks kind of crazy right now. But I'm looking into this tree and I'm noticing just how beautiful the lights are. Has anybody ever done that before? You just get captivated by the Christmas tree. Or maybe it's something else. Maybe it's the stars at night. And what we find and what I'm finding, there's this real juxtaposition of colors that really just captivate us. It's the light and the dark. The light and the dark captivate us on all different levels. But for me, it was the Christmas tree. And there's something about it. And I was just thinking, man, this never gets old. I could just sit here and look at this Christmas tree forever. It never gets old. And the more I stared, Paige says cute lipstick, thank you. And the more I stared, I realized it's because it's actually not in spite of the dark, but because of the dark, we're able to see the light. Because of the dark, we're able to see the light. Not in spite of, but because the dark exists, we're able to see the light. And I want to show you how bright this is. But this would not be as bright and as vibrant as it is if it was white all around. It's actually because that it's so dark in here, it makes this look beautiful, maybe blinding, right? But it's because of the dark that we're able to have this beauty and experience this. And it's actually what makes it beautiful. And it's got me thinking of 2020, and as we're heading into the last stretch of what has been an exhausting year, what has been a tragic year, what has been not anything like we expected. And we're rounding the last turn here, guys. And it has been dark. And we have been looking for light. We have been searching for it, right? Man, it has been, I mean, we've lost lots of very, very close people to us because of COVID-19. We've been battling a worldwide pandemic. We have gone through a very tense election. We've seen celebrities that we admire, ones that we've grown up loving, pass away this year. A lot. People around our dinner tables aren't here. People have been losing their jobs. People are confused. People are sidetracked. People are distracted. There has been so much dark. But just like I said a second ago, it's because of the dark that we're able to see the light. And so I want to know, and I'm challenging myself too, where were your bright spots in 2020? This is a real question. I want you to type in here in the chat, and I'm looking at it right now. What are your bright spots in 2020? Not just the negative, not just the dark, but think about where those bright spots were and share. And if you're not typing in right now, and if you're watching later on and we're not live, I want you to write that stuff down. Write down what your bright spots were in 2020. And here's the thing is sometimes we really have to squint in order to see the light, guys. I've found that out again and again. It seems like every month or every week recently, I've found out just how hard I got to squint to be able to see the light. And we have to work at that. And we have to see the good. And we have to see the light. Y'all, we have to see it and we have to honor it. So what are those bright spots? Okay, my grandma says you. Gummy, you are my bright spot too. I love Myra Granger. Yes, she is my bright spot. Paige says my friendships, relationships, and nature. Chelsea says online schooling. And yeah, I'm reading these out loud. We're gonna take a minute together and just celebrate some bright spots. I'm getting a lot of people commenting again, but we're gonna just listen to them all because we're in a community right now and we're gonna celebrate with one another. Online schooling has allowed me to spend my son's first year of life with him. No babysitter for Chelsea. And that kid is wonderful. I wouldn't want to send him to a babysitter either. Good on you. Caroline said, what about me to my grandma? And then my grandma said, yes, you too. My mom says friendships. Yeah, friendships have been huge this year. Oh, Alex said, thank you. This was not meant to be that, but thank you. Minivan Mogul, guys, Alex released a book called Minivan Mogul, and she has this whole community around her. And this book came out in 2020, and so that had to be a bright spot for her to be able to finish that thing out and push it out to people. My kids and my family. That's awesome. Darren says, gaining a new daughter-in-law. So I am marrying his son. Well, mine is gaining a new father, not a new father-in-law, I've never had one, but a father-in-law. Caroline says, my mama, mom says, family. Sammy says, fresh starts and people who challenge me to be better. Yes. People that challenge you to be better. And seeing Darren write an icing on an anniversary cake. Yeah, that was funny. I happened to be there for that. So keep going. Y'all, don't let this conversation stop right here and now. Tell the people you love that you love them. If they were a bright spot for you in 2020, let them know. Erica says, spending more time with family, being able to slow down a little. Yeah, and gaining a partnership that has blessed me in so many ways. I'm reading down here, and especially Erica's, I'm wondering how might that have looked if we didn't have the extra time we had this year? Would that relationship been as strong? Would we be able to write funny things on an anniversary cake? Would we really be able to take time and appreciate our families? Would we have been able to spend the whole first year of our kids' life home with them? There is so much to celebrate, even though it is dark. But the light, man, it can't help but shine in the middle of the darkness, guys. I always end this because I want to set us back with intention and close that way. we want to be, if we want to be people who set ourselves up intentionally for success in our work, in our marriage, in our life, whatever it is, we have to be able to honor ourselves by seeing the bright spots in our life and not focusing on the dark. Not focusing on the dark. Something good is going to happen to you and through you this week. I just know it. Keep up the celebration of the bright spots, y'all. Have a good week. See you next time.